Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, this is a very interesting time. We've just had Valentine's Day, which is a day of the heart, and a really important day on a non-commercial level. To focus on the heart, which is not culturally what we do very much, right? So I was thinking that, oops, I just put the plant on our screen. That's all right, we don't mind, right? Um, yeah, it would be fun to think about the heart today. So, one of the things we know is that the magnetic field of the heart is 100 times more powerful than the magnetic field of the frontal lobe. And I just think that's amazing, that we think this is the power brain and this is really the power brain. And so, yeah, and because of the neurons, it's coupled to the field, which is the energy of the earth around us, right? It in a way that is really different than the frontal lobe because it is not bound by the classical limits of time and space, which means the heart can move through past, present, and future. It can pick up energies from any kind of energies in the field that are available. The heart can connect to through the neurons, whereas the frontal lobe doesn't have that capacity. It's bound by memory and it's bound by what's happening in the present moment. It's like consciousness that allows the heart to plug in. It's all about consciousness, right? So, and the simplest formula, which we all know for activating the heart, is gratitude. That's what lets the heart expand, actually physically expands when people are dropping into a felt sense of gratitude and becomes a more palpable path to that divinity that's out there in the field, to our own divinity. So, yeah, so that's a happy Valentine's Day message, right? And I was thinking too about what does it mean when we talk about needing to love ourselves, which is, it's like all the compassion that goes out will have to be matched by the compassion that goes in, or it doesn't actually resonate, doesn't actually go out. We're thinking it out, we're not feeling it out. So to feel that compassion for all that's going on, for all the people on the earth right now, we have to feel that compassion in. So one of the things we've been playing with a lot is what does it mean to bring compassion to yourself, which sometimes has more meaning than the word love for people. It's like, compassion, that's something I do. That's something I know how to do externally. Could I bring that to me? And so right now, I think one of the places that we particularly need to bring compassion is to our fear, because it's a scary time. And we can't live immersed in that fear, but it's there all the time. And so if we turn towards it and give it some loving kindness and some compassion, then there's a chance that it will be able to integrate a little. Instead of contract us and limit us, it'll move again. So, maybe I could put you on the spot. I'll give you a minute to think. But one of the things we were playing with in the Turning the Wheel team was what needs compassion in me. What's something in me that I could use a little love that I am wishing weren't there or trying to ignore or don't want to be true. Excuse me. And it could be something like, for me, my physical body, like I don't like my belly. I want my belly to be flat like it was when I was 15, Or it could be something emotional. I don't like it when I get defensive. It's always hard for me when I get defensive, even though that's part of being a human being, right? So what is it that needs some love and compassion in me that could help my cells, my blood, my bones, my energy flow again? Be back in the rhythm of my own body, instead of, like we talked about last time, in the rhythm of externals, right? That achiever model, I have to achieve in that external set of values. What about the internal self-authorship we talked about, right? Coming back to authoring me, to allowing me, to having compassion for me. All of those things are sort of on the same wavelength, right? I probably should say, because I know some of you will wonder, that I did have an accident that broke my wrist, but I'm doing fine. And sometimes people say, don't say you're fine all the time. You're not fine, you broke your wrist. But there's this new research that a psychologist told me about, that people who have chronic pain who say, I'm fine, do better than people who don't. So it's like, okay, I can say I'm fine again. So again, it's like, can I just be me, right? Can I just be me? And so, what about you, Abby? What could use some love in you?
Oh, I love this question. I kind of had a moment the other day. So I've been, my inner critic's been telling myself I haven't been balancing things well. And it just keeps coming up and keeps coming up. And then I start to feel guilty about not balancing it well and missing on certain things because I was doing these kinds of things and, and just the cycle with all of that. And I realized the other night that I kept trying to balance all the things outside of me rather than balancing what was inside of me. And as soon as I made that kind of that switch in my head to I need to balance what's in here, not out here, it was like, oh yeah, I want to love myself, give myself grace. And I know just from experience that time and time again, when I do balance in here, all of this starts balancing on its own.
That's beautiful. That is really interesting, because I do think of balance as balancing work with personal, with family, with friends, and that is part of it. But it won't happen unless there's compassion for the part of me that wants to do everything.
Yes.
And never say no to anybody.
Right.
And all of that. That's beautiful.
And that's such a beautiful part of who we are, right? So honoring that and
Well, so I'm going to bring back a question that we had before, which is just, in order to do what Abby's talking about, to come into that internal balance, that balance makes space for self-authorship. So the soul, which is what self-authorship is really about, letting your soul's journey live, your unique soul's journey, right? That has to have space. And so if we aren't balancing, there's no space for that to unfold, for that authentic self to unfold, right? So one of the questions that, I don't remember who it was, but I wrote it down, that somebody on one of the conferences I was listening to was, what life is being asked to live through me now? And I just thought that was such a different question than what do I need to manifest, what do I need to do, how do I need to show up? It's like, no, what life wants to live through me right now? And that will take us to our soul's journey, because that aligns us with the universal knowing, the universal request, the alignment with the universe, right? What life wants to live through me right now, right? So I think this is a lot of intellectualizing here, which I'm kind of seem to be into this morning. But to take that idea of opening up the gratitude in the heart and move and breathe and speak that out loud, so that you begin to integrate the privilege that we have, the things that bless us, and not just gratitude for our homes and the rivers and the trees, but gratitude for ourselves. So with this injury I've been dealing with, I've been feeling gratitude for my strength and health at 78 years old, that I can still manage something like this and keep going. And, and I'm also appreciating my willingness to keep serving the kids on the earth, for example. So what could you What could you be grateful for about you and who you are, and grateful for about the earth around you, and grateful for about the life you're living, grateful for about the privilege we have? Anything. We call it, never-ending gratitude. But if you do that sitting, you have to think about it. If you're moving in the room and spatially, or moving your hands, your fingers, moving your feet, moving your shoulders. I know for some people, there's different parts that are easier to move than others. Right now, I have less movement ability than I have had. I have to be more careful. So yeah, what can you move in your body or in your room that begins to open up the brain, turn the whole brain on, drop the energy into the heart, and let the mind and the heart work together? And Jesse's going to bring us, there's Jesse back here. Let's see if we can see Jesse. Can we see? There's Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Here to play music for us. And Abby's going to be our mover. And so we're just going to begin by opening to the light. So just doing a little Tan Chien and allowing the light energy, the source of love, to flow right down through your fingertips, into your heart, down all the way through the center of your body, through your legs into the earth, and just grounding that light and love, the nourishing energy that's around us all the time. But when we invite it in, it gives us even more healing energy, for healing whatever needs healing, even the things that we don't know and the unconscious that need healing. And just for a moment, move and breathe with that light. Just have a little dance with the light, so that you're just letting your body respond to its nourishment and to Jesse's beautiful music. And as you're moving with the light and moving with Jesse, just quietly speak out loud, or loudly if you wish, all the things that you are grateful for in your life, the things you appreciate about what's around you, right? And what's about things you appreciate about yourself. And I'll just be quiet while you move and speak, and let Jesse keep the light dance going for you, so that however you're moving, you just keep dancing with gratitude, dancing with light, dancing with appreciation. Whatever dancing means to you.
Appreciate my body, appreciate my strength, appreciate show up, I appreciate my lovely home, I appreciate.
Maybe you gather the light up and flow it around your body. Maybe you touch different places in your body that you want to bring that light in. Thinking all of my appreciation, so I won't be on the microphone and interrupting your flow, but I'm with you, journeying with you into gratitude. Before we move on to the next level, just is there anything else you want to appreciate or be grateful for? Now just for a moment before we drop into a little bit slower, can you find a little dance of joy? Is there a little tingling silliness, a little goofiness, a little sense of playfulness, a little childlike energy that you could bring through and just begin to play and do a little tingling dance of joy? Just a little happy dance. What's a little happy dance look like for you? Lots of times our kids jump when they're happy. Sometimes they, run fast through the room because they like to run. What is your dance of joy? Yeah, your dance of joy might be slower. It might be a kind of lyrical light where you're sort of floating off the earth and the lightness of spirit gives you joy. And as you're moving now, dropping into a little quieter space, just let the fluids flow all through your body. What are all the places? Maybe there's some place in your low back or in your elbow or in your knee or in your toes or in your ears or behind your eyes. Some place that needs some flow, some fluid. So it's just like whoosh, whoosh. That sacred divine being that is you, letting it flow through your whole body and out to the earth and back into your body again. So there's a letting the field flow and sending love into the field to flow. As you're moving into this quieter, compassionate place of loving your whole being, let your jaw relax, which means softening your belly. And when you soften your belly, combined with the softening of the heart that you've been doing, the jaw begins to soften. Body has a sense of softening into well-being. Where is that gentle, soft place in your body? Is there any place in your body that is feeling a little tight or a little worried, a little painful, a little anxious, a little contracted? Just soften. No need to fix it or understand it or label it. Just stay with the sensation and soften the sensation. Breathing with the sensation. Allowing the sensation. Let's let the word soften resonate through your whole being. Opening up space in the body. Maybe your vertebrae float apart, so you have more space in your spine, or maybe the plates of your head open up and allow space there for softening. Maybe it's down in the belly and the abdomen and the pelvis wants to release and float free and get bigger so that all the fluids in that part of the body can move. Sometimes it's the bones in the knee that need to float apart. So there's space for the fluids to bathe the knees. So you can just keep playing with your own scanning of your body, and then let softening go and just move however your body wants to move, and then notice again, oh, here's a place that I could soften even more, and then just let that whole thinking about softening go and just move with Jessie. Let this light, softened, released, open body just float through the space, moving and flowing gently and easily through the space. Just think of opening the inside of your body like we've opening the bones in the arms or the bones in the fingers, and let that whole internal space soften and open, and do a little dance with that inner body, the inner landscape. What's the inner landscape dance? How does it want to express itself? Letting your light that you are dance out into the universe. Yeah, just becoming a lake of light, radiating, dancing, moving joyfully through the space, or joyfully in your mind, or joyfully in your energy field, or joyfully in your fingertips. Where can you allow that sense of well-being to move and express? Shining it out all across the land, and folding it back in joyfully to you, and shining it out again, driving suffering from the earth with joy, with possibility, with compassion, out and in. Sound is part of your story that opens up your throat and your chest. Singing with Jessie. down through the center of your being and bringing your hands to your heart. As you're ready, taking your time to find that quiet, that grounded, peaceful quiet for a moment that allows all of this dance you've just done to integrate, to metabolize, to heal, to digest in the heart. So it's just the soft, maybe a hum that you have as you hum this whole experience into your body, just a little which vibrates your body, helps you integrate the joy you just reached out for and gave and received. Maybe some gentle sighs. Little sighs of appreciation. Just landing in your own body knowing. And close your eyes just for a minute and feel Jesse's vibration, feel your own vibration, and just allow yourself to land. And let your eyes blink open a little, and let's just send Jesse some gratitude for holding us and this container and playing with us. And oh my goodness, I had such a strong sense of the healing power of the heart and the healing power of the simplicity of appreciation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll just let you land there in the beauty of this moment that we're in, and stay in your heart, stay in your body, keep dancing this morning if that feels good to you. And a belated happy Valentine's Day. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in a month. Love you.